Hi everyone, welcome to day 26 of 30 days of flowers. So we're on our very last row now, and this particular flower, it's very pretty, but it's got very small details in it with the stem and the little flowers. So I decided to use my Black Widow's Cobra set just because I can get them to a nice sharp point, which I thought would be good for this particular picture. But we have quite a small selection of greens, and I'm wondering whether it might be fun to do the stem in a slightly different colour. I'm just looking at what I've got here in this set, because the Black Widows are sort of designed to be used together, so rather than just using one set at a time. But I think it's quite fun and challenging to use just the one set, and these are particularly pretty, I have to say. So I'm going to use the Aquarius pencil for the to start with the leaves. I'm starting with the leaves and the stem today. We've got these little tiny leaves. I'm just going to fill them in very lightly. This is a bluey green, very much blue rather than green, but we're just going to use this to make a colour, because as I say, there aren't that many greens in this set, in fact even less blues. But that's because the Spider set, which is their first set, has 3 blues and 4 greens, I think. So there's really, they probably felt there was no need to go too mad on blues and greens in this set. And they've put in more pinks and purples, lots of purples actually. Maybe we'll do purple for the flowers actually. So I'm just going to go over all of this with the blue. As I say, it's called Aquarius. It's a sort of watery blue, I guess, greeny blue. And then I'll show you how to mix it with the green. It's simple. And we'll see what colour we get. I haven't tried this colour combination yet in this set. So I always tend to do the same green combination, which is the Forest, I think it's called. Yeah, no, Opal Green with Cobra, or Forest with Cobra. I think actually Forest with Cobra. It's quite, I'm lying, yeah, I said there's not many greens. There's actually Forest, Cobra, Venom and Cobra. So there are 4 greens, actually quite a lot. But anyway, we've done the Aquarius, and now we're going to use the Cobra, and I'll show you. This is the sort of light green, which is this sort of colour. So it's this sort of olivey colour, which is rather nice. You can see I love it. I have sharpened it way too many times. It's a gorgeous colour. I'm going to lay that on top, and we will get a slightly toned down version of that bluey green, which I think is quite interesting. And because we're doing a purple, a bluey green should work with it well. I haven't done any shading on this, so it's all the same same tone of colour through, and we'll decide whether that looks okay or not in a moment. But I'm just interested in seeing how our colour looks. Now these colours, they don't smush together like some brands do. They do sit on top of each other, like polychromos, but that's okay. I'm happy with that. I'm used to that anyway. So you can basically see through the top colour and see the one underneath. There we go. So we've got a more yellowy colour now. Just making sure I've got, I'm going over a little harder in certain areas. Okay, I think I'd quite like to make it a little bit darker in places. So I'm going to go for the Opal Green, which I think is a really dark green. So I think it will just help us a little. So here it is, the Opal Green. And I'm just going to put a bit at the top. I'm going to sort of ignore this bit. I don't really know what to do with it, so I'm just going to leave it. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this green here and gently bring a layer down like that. And the same on this one. Really straightforward colouring. and fun. There we go. That's all for that. I'm not going to worry anymore. Now we have the little flowers, and there's a really lovely purple colour in this set called, whoops, I can't get it out, called Grape. And that's what I'm going to use for this. It's really, really intensely dark, and I'm going to use it for the centres of the flowers, and I'm going to do the petals in a different colour. Because there's so little, there isn't really a lot we can do with regards to shading them. So I'm just going to put down a really nice deep layer. Look at that, it's a gorgeous colour. And then we'll go for a slightly lighter petal. Now I think that's the petals closed, so I don't think, whereas that looks like the centre to me. And again, these two to me look like the petals are sort of closed up, so I'm not doing a centre, which is more realistic in a way. This book keeps moving, I should just hold it, because not every flower would be open at the same time. Now this one I coloured green, this circle, but we've got them here. I'm going to colour those in the grape colour. I think it just looks pretty, ties them together sort of thing. I think it looks pretty. So now a slightly lighter, we actually jumped down to quite a lot of a lighter, quite a significantly lighter purple, which is called Purple Haze, and it looks quite lavendery to me. But we'll try it out. If it looks a little too light, we can always add a little bit of the dark purple on, but I think it will probably work really well. I think it's quite cute. It's a really simple flower. These little flowers, just with a circle and little rounded petals around. I can even draw these, not with any sort of precision, neatness or confidence, but I can manage them. In How to Draw Inky Wonderlands, I drew quite a few of these, but I do like colouring them more than drawing them. I find it really hard colouring things I've drawn as well, because I think it's just because I see the flaws, whereas no illustrator is perfect. When I look in a colouring book and I colour, sometimes I see little, I wouldn't say flaws, but where, like for this plant here, the petals aren't all the same size, but I don't mind. Whereas when I do it wrong, I do mind, and it's a bit silly. But I just find drawing isn't relaxing for me, so I like to colour. And I don't see anything wrong with that. It should all be about having fun and relaxing and enjoying ourselves, and that's what I'm doing. Okay, I want to straighten my book. This is wonky, this plant. Oop. This, I'm pretty sure this is quite vertical with the edge of my camera, but this looks wonky and I want to sort of twist my book. I'm going to leave it. So I'm just going to brush that off. And we have got our little flowers. But what I want to do is just add a few touches of pen. Ooh, oh dear, oh, just dropped my pencil on the floor. Let's pop it back in the tray. Okay, so a few dots of pen here and there. I'm just having a look at what I've got, because I need a gel pen or paint pen to go over the top of some of my colouring on here. And I know what I'm going to grab. I have got this Posca, and it is a metallic pink. There's no need for it to be metallic, but it's slightly more muted colour compared with the other pink. I'll show you. So this is the metallic pink pen. I'll just show you the lid because it gives you some idea. This is the normal pink pen. Yeah, I don't want that sort of fluorescent colour. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to go around each flower centre with a few dots of pink. It doesn't really show up because it's so dark, but I'm going to persevere because I've started now. So I'm putting a few dots around the centre. So I'm going to ignore those ones that we didn't colour a centre. And I'm going to then put a few dots just around the picture as well. Now be careful, because you've got wet pen. These take quite a while to dry, so you don't want to be dragging your hand through the wet pen, but I'm trying hard not to. I'm really warning myself, not you. You'll probably be fine. I'm a terror at squidging pen. I managed to get some sort of squidgy snurge on my t-shirt this morning from somewhere. I don't know. I seem to attract it. Anyway, there we go. That one's done. Again, very simple, but I think it's, I like it. So I hope it's, excuse me, giving you a few ideas. And I should just tip it out so you can see the metallic. I don't know if you can see it in this light. Maybe, maybe not. I can't tell. But there we go. But there's that one. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow for day 27. I can't remember. Anyway, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching. And do give me a little like if you enjoyed this one. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much and happy colouring.